The Republican Party has always been the party of free markets, the party of limited government, the party that believes in the power of American businesses and workers to compete and win on a global stage. But under President Trump, that commitment to free trade has been tested like never before. Trump's aggressive tariffs, particularly those levied against China, have ignited a firestorm of controversy. While some Republicans applaud the president's tough stance, many others are deeply concerned about the unintended consequences of a trade war. Farmers, manufacturers, and small business owners across the country are feeling the pinch of higher costs and retaliatory tariffs. The stock market is on edge, with each new tariff threat sending shockwaves through Wall Street. And now, with the 2026 midterms looming, the GOP is facing a critical question. Will Trump's tariff gamble pay off, or will it cost Republicans dearly at the ballot box? The latest salvo in Trump's trade war has Hollywood seeing red, and not the kind that plays well at the box office. The president's proposed tariffs on foreign-made films have sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry, triggering anxieties about a potential trade war with major film-producing nations. This move, seen by many as a direct attack on a vital sector of the American economy, has drawn sharp criticism from Republicans and Democrats alike. The film industry, a powerful force in American culture and a significant contributor to the U.S. economy, finds itself caught in the crossfire of Trump's protectionist policies. Critics argue that these tariffs will not only stifle creativity and limit artistic expression but also harm American businesses and consumers. Higher costs for studios could translate to higher ticket prices for moviegoers, potentially impacting the livelihoods of countless Americans employed in the entertainment industry. Moreover, the tariffs are viewed as a dangerous precedent, potentially inviting retaliation from other countries against American exports, including agricultural products and manufactured goods. This tit-for-tat escalation could have devastating consequences for American businesses and workers. While the president and his supporters argue that tariffs are necessary to protect American jobs and industries, the reality is far more complicated. In fact, many economists warn that tariffs often have the opposite effect, leading to higher prices for consumers, job losses, and slower economic growth. Take, for example, the steel and aluminum tariffs imposed by the Trump administration. While these tariffs were intended to boost domestic production, they have actually resulted in higher costs for American manufacturers, making them less competitive in the global marketplace. These higher costs are then passed on to consumers in the form of higher prices for everything from cars and appliances to beer and canned goods. This tariff tax hits working-class Americans the hardest, squeezing household budgets and leaving less money for discretionary spending. Moreover, tariffs often lead to retaliatory measures from trading partners who impose their own tariffs on American goods. This can have a devastating impact on American farmers and businesses that rely on exports, leading to lost sales, lower profits, and even job losses. While the president has repeatedly claimed that his trade policies are popular with the American people, the latest polling data tells a different story. A recent poll by ABC News and The Washington Post found that a majority of Americans disapprove of Trump's handling of trade negotiations with China. The poll also found that a significant number of Americans are concerned about the negative impact of tariffs on the economy. This growing unease is reflected in declining consumer confidence numbers, as well as increased volatility in the stock market. Even among Republicans, support for Trump's trade policies appears to be softening. A recent poll by the Pew Research Center found that a growing number of Republicans believe that tariffs are hurting the economy. These polls suggest that the president's trade war is becoming a political liability, not an asset. As the 2026 midterms approach, it remains to be seen whether Trump will adjust his course or double down on his protectionist agenda. Section 5: Midterm Mayhem Tariffs Threaten GOP Grip on Congress. The 2026 midterm elections are shaping up to be a referendum on President Trump's agenda, and his trade policies are likely to be front and center in the minds of voters. While the GOP currently holds a majority in both the House and the Senate, those majorities are far from secure. The Democrats are energized and mobilized, eager to capitalize on any perceived weakness in the Republican Party. And with Trump's approval ratings hovering below 50%, the Democrats are sensing an opportunity to make significant gains in the midterms. Tariffs, with their potential to impact pocketbooks and disrupt livelihoods, could be the very issue that tips the scales in favor of the Democrats. If voters perceive that Trump's trade policies are hurting the economy and costing them jobs, they may be more likely to vote for Democratic candidates in 2026. This is a scenario that has Republican strategists deeply concerned. They understand that in order to maintain control of Congress, they need to hold on to key districts and states that are particularly vulnerable to the negative effects of a trade war. Section 6. Smoke and Mirrors. The flawed logic of Trump's trade war. The president's rationale for imposing tariffs is often presented in simplistic terms. America is being taken advantage of by its trading partners, and tariffs are a necessary tool to level the playing field. However, this narrative ignores the complexities of the global economy and the interconnectedness of global supply chains. In today's interconnected world, imposing tariffs is like throwing a stone into a pond. The initial impact may seem contained, but the ripples spread far and wide, affecting businesses and consumers both at home and abroad. For example, when the Trump administration imposed tariffs on Chinese solar panels, it was American consumers and businesses that ultimately bore the brunt of the cost in the form of higher prices and delayed projects. Moreover, tariffs often fail to achieve their intended goal of protecting domestic industries. In many cases, they simply end up propping up inefficient industries that are unable to compete on a level playing field. Section 7. History's Warning. From Smoot-Hawley to tariff trouble. Those who ignore history are doomed to repeat it. And when it comes to tariffs, history offers a stark warning about the dangers of protectionism. The Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act of 1930 stands as a cautionary tale of how tariffs can have disastrous unintended consequences. Passed during the Great Depression, Smoot-Hawley was intended to protect American farmers and businesses from foreign competition. Instead, it triggered a global trade war that deepened the Depression and prolonged the suffering of millions. The Smoot-Hawley tariffs raised prices for American consumers, making it harder for them to afford basic necessities. They also provoked retaliatory tariffs from other countries, which shut down export markets for American farmers and businesses. The result was a downward spiral of declining trade, falling production, and rising unemployment. The Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act serves as a stark reminder that tariffs are a blunt instrument that can inflict serious damage on the global economy. Section 8. A global web unraveling the complexities of trade. To understand the true impact of tariffs, one must first grapple with the intricate web of global trade. It's not simply about American goods versus foreign goods. It's about intricate supply chains that crisscross borders, connecting businesses and consumers in a delicate dance of interdependence. Take, for example, the iPhone. While it's proudly assembled in China, its components come from all over the world, including the United States. Imposing tariffs on Chinese imports might seem like a way to bring manufacturing back to America, but it could also disrupt the supply of crucial components, driving up the price of the iPhone for American consumers. The global economy is a delicate ecosystem, and tariffs are like introducing a foreign predator. The unintended consequences can be severe, disrupting established relationships and harming businesses and consumers alike. Section 9. The Art of the Deal or a Losing Gamble. The Future of Trump's Tariffs. As President Trump prepares for the 2026 midterm elections, his tariff policies are likely to be a major point of contention. Will he stay the course, doubling down on his protectionist agenda? Or will he acknowledge the concerns of American businesses and consumers and seek a more nuanced approach to trade? The stakes are high. A full-blown trade war could have devastating consequences for the global economy, while a retreat from tariffs could be seen as a sign of weakness by the president's supporters. One thing is certain, the outcome of the 2026 midterms will have a profound impact on the future of Trump's trade policies. If the Republicans lose control of Congress, it will be seen as a repudiation of his agenda, including his tariffs. The president has staked his reputation on his ability to make deals. But when it comes to tariffs, it remains to be seen whether he's playing a winning hand or bluffing his way to a losing gamble.